Hello and welcome to the No Fame podcast. We're back with something a little different, but this is our Starfinder 2nd edition series. A little different. Hey, look at all these lovely faces that I'm here with tonight. We're doing an Arc 3 interlude while we wait for schedules to align, but a fun little story. If you've listened to our preludes, it's going to be a similar vibe, but a different story, but related to our main story. So, you know, it all weaves together in not a particular order, but as I'm looking at my screen here, we've got Ben. Hey, Ben.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
What's up?
What's up with you?
Chilling. It's another day at the vet. Another day.
We've got Grayson.
Oh, hi. I thought we were still having a conversation.
I don't know. This is not how we normally do things. We're vibing.
Yeah, we're vibing. I'm also Devin Kell sounds like they're gonna start an early 2000s comedy
film,
show.
Oh,
yeah, involving space travel or
I was like, who the fuck is Devin Kell?
Me too. Same here. Same page.
Who's Devin?
Who's Devin Kell?
I just think that Devin Kell
not done yet with Grayson's. Sorry, we started talking at the same time.
Cut off.
Trying to kill me, man. Come on, man. Only American tonight and I almost died. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was very funny. I'm so sorry.
Fuck, man.
I started talking. I was like, well, I'm already talking.
So well.
We made sense.
Honestly, that's my brain most of the time.
Time to commit to this bit.
Oh, God. Speaking of committing to the bit, we got Beth as well.
That's me. I do usually commit to a bit.
It's true. Especially crab-related bits. And, of course,
That
Erin's
sounds
here, too.
I'm also here.
Erin's also here. My name is Justin. Like I said, a little bit different. This is a more story-focused session, so I suppose not strictly Starfinder Starfinder 2nd edition. I got there.
I don't know that you did.
It's a tongue twister. Is it a tongue twister? It's not. I've been up since fucking, I don't even know, close to 6 a.m. Before 6 a.m., I suppose, technically. But yeah, this is... I suppose not exactly Starfinder 2nd edition, but we do have character sheets. We did make characters, so we probably will reference some skills and abilities and characters and stuff like that. We're going to be pretty light on the rolling, as this is very story focused. Each player has an influence point that they can use to influence the story as they see fit. As we go through it, I release the reins a little bit. But for the most part, we're going to kind of just play through this, interact and see where we end up with it all. And by see where we end up with it all, I'm sorry, but there is for sure a written ending. So we won't really see it. We'll get there.
Is one of it us becoming a crab god?
Yeah, we all become crab gods. Hey, go check out our supporter-only Mothership RPG series, Nullstrobo. Truly a wild journey. But hey,
but the only journey it could have taken.
True, yeah, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
I can't wait for the next Null Shore special to be about Planet of the Apes, but it's crabs.
Well, I think the next Null Shore special is going to be a zombie apocalypse.
Oh,
because I kickstarted a game called Breathless, which I'm excited for, and I think it'd be fun. But I think that might be, it'll be like a mini series. It won't be a big thing, I don't think. But hey, friends, we find ourselves within the Pact Worlds, not on any particular planet, no. We are in space. We see the planets orbiting the massive ball of radiant, unyielding energy, the sun. Not far away, is a small observation ship hovering static in the void. Within it, an individual. Various screens are showing scans, displays, readouts, statistics, but something's off. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what. Ben, would you like to introduce your character and what they're doing?
Oh, okay. My character's name is Celine. She is a black woman, about 5'10", 5'11", give or take. She has silver hair that is currently in 2 braids, green eyes. Attire-wise, you see her in like a black and yellow armor. She also has a little bit of a face mask going on as well. And she is currently piloting this ship. Doing her job.
Yeah, you've been kind of sent out on your own almost. Not almost, sent out on your own. There have been some oddities that were transferred back, some slightly bizarre readings that didn't really line up with anything in particular in terms of normal operations of the Pact Worlds, of readouts from the sun, of the energy it's outputting. But every now and then there's an odd blip that hasn't been able to be explained. And so your observation ship is just kind of out here observing the sun.
Nothing beats this, I guess. It's beautiful, but quiet.
In terms of solar systems, not far away, we find ourselves staring down at a lush, familiar planet, Castroval. Deep within the wilderness, day has dawned. The air is heavy with the scent of morning dew, and there's a crispness that sends a slight chill through the air, but it's comforting. Stepping out of a quaint abode, we see an individual. Beth, would you like to introduce your character?
So you see, maybe a slightly taller than average woman, probably just under 6 feet. She appears to be human. Maybe slightly tanned skin from being out in the wilderness as she sort of like pulls back a cloak, sort of hood that has maybe moss and lichen already growing on it, as she just sort of looks around her nearby area, which is just all wilderness, no other houses around, and then just bends down and sinks her fingers deep into the earth and just spends a few minutes with her eyes closed, just feeling what's nearby and what it's telling her of what the day might bring.
The trees kind of bend in the wind as you kind of stare up, and you've got this kind of makeshift platform that you quickly ascend up to and kind of have a view out over the various treetops that are there with the Castrovellian mountains in the distance. The sun is setting a very... sorry. The sun is rising, not setting. That's my mistake. Cut that! The sun is rising behind the Castrovellian mountains. But something is wrong. The normal comforting orange and yellow hues are deep and bloody red. Celine, on your ship, the readouts are going wild as you kick up a manual visor to a window that you have on your vessel to actually physically see what's going on. And the sun is burning red. And not only that, it is expanding at an alarming rate. An unimaginable blast rocks over the Pact Worlds, and in its wake, the sun expands at what feels like light speed, millions of miles per second, engulfing anything and everything in its path. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, the Pact Worlds are nothing more than the remnants of the sun that has left it behind. Renard, you and Prism are going over the workings of the arcane viewing windows, these strange technological devices that have been created by Prism's people, essentially. Devices of wildly advanced technology that allow one to peer between realms when dark black lightning crackles across the soft pastel skies of Incandaria. In this moment, would you like to introduce or describe Renard for anybody who is listening?
Yeah. As Renard was described once before, he is an incredibly handsome young man who gives off the sort of debonair air about him. He's got like shoulder-length red hair. He looks oddly like, knowing the type of life he's led, he still looks like rather well kept. Doesn't look like he's seen a lot of adventure, even though that's not true. He's in a completely black leotard, and is kind of like, it looks a bit awkward on his body, as if something is missing, as if there might have been another piece of clothing that he was wearing at some point that's no longer on his body. And he hasn't been wearing it here as he's been interacting with people. But he does also have a helmet that comes and goes every once in a while that has, it kind of looks like a motorcycle helmet, but think more like we're in space. And so looks like a motorcycle helmet, but also has two pointy ears on the top of the helmet and has a bit of LED lights that are shining a vibrant orange color.
Hell yeah. Incandaria, the city that you find yourself in, you're in a bubble outside of your own reality. A little created space by the ttrpg, which are Prism's long-lost people, essentially. Incandaria, a city made of these strange crystalline structures. They kind of make up everything and anything around you. Right now, you're currently in this, what's sort of like a research lab platform. It's almost like if you picture like some kind of gazebo type structure. You views out over Incandaria, the main city in the distance, but various devices that are beyond Renard's knowledge, clearly created by Prism's people a long time ago. But you two have been working here for quite some time, so you've kind of gotten somewhat used to some of the elements here, especially the mirrors that you've been both kind of focusing on. But you hear these cracks of lightning, cracks of thunder, splitting all around, vibrating the crystals, and in resonance you hear them kind of emitting sound in unison as they vibrate. The tall femme figure known as Prism, very light purple skin, opalescent hair that kind of wavers every now and then on its own, it seems, and shimmers with this kind of soft pastel look matching the area. The two of you kind of look at one another, and Prism looks at you, Renard. Nothing should be able to breach this realm. I don't understand, Renard.
Something is here. Something breached this realm, is what you're saying.
Well, when you look out, you see these streaks of black lightning static, unlike a lightning bolt, which crashes. These have crashed and then have affixed themselves in space and time within this bubble.
Right, I thought that was just like a weird weather thing that happened here that I was unaware of.
We don't exactly get... Well, we could have weather, I suppose, if we wanted, but we don't need it.
Just decide when you get it.
It's within the realm of possibility. I feel like that's the least of our concerns right now.
Maybe it's like me, though. Maybe it's accompanied by some people like me.
There's a look of concern and confusion. You get a sense that Prism is processing, just like thinking over, hundreds of different things that could be going on, trying to figure out exactly what is going on before venturing out. 2 more bolts hit close to the observation deck that you find yourselves on, a platform where, again, like I said, all of your work is kind of focused around so far. As they crash, crystalline pieces are thrown out in all directions as 2 figures, one out of each of the bolts, or out of either bolt of static lightning, tumble off across the floor and kind of hit hard against the stairs that lead up to the research area. Celine and Kel, you both land hard and roll across this crystal platform. Everything is cast in soft pastels and hues as the sky is this permanent cotton candy-like sunset. Massive crystal structures jut out of various areas, and it seems like some walkways could be mistaken for roads lead into like more giant clusters in the distance of these crystalline structures. Before Prism and Renard can react to seeing the 2 of you on the ground in front of you, a wave of energy washes over as seemingly out of the static cracks within this reality bubble, the breaks in space and time turn deep red and collapse in on themselves, forming a strange, obscure ball of fire. Erin, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah, you see a little ball of fire that at first is very bright, so he seems really, really big. And as your eyes adjust, you realize actually he's only 6 inches tall and he's floating in the air. And sometimes when he puffs himself up, he's 8 inches, which he currently is. He's pretty puffy right now. And he's just floating and looking around.
Very good. For those watching our stream live, I've got some icons up there. You all, Prism looks in shock and like puts a hand out towards you, Renard, like as in like in a form of protection, almost like between you and them. Like, what is going? Where did you come from?
The ball of fire turns to the first person he sees, which is Renard, and says, "What are you?" and zooms over to him.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
What are you?
Man.
A man. And he's floating. And he kind of floats around, and little hands come out, little fiery hands come out and start touching, and will grab a little piece of his hair, and it kind of singes off, and he puts it in his mouth, and a man. And we'll kind of keep doing circles, and then he'll get really close, and he'll float in front of his chest a little bit, and he doesn't have ears, but it's like he's hearing things. What is that?
I'm gonna need you to be more specific.
Inside you. What is that?
There are many things inside of me.
Thump, 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 thump. It's getting faster.
A heart.
A heart. I want it.
Oh. Well, you can't have it. I need it
Why do you need it?
to be alive.
Have you tried being alive without it? How do you know you need it?
You know, that's a great question. And I haven't.
I want it.
Well, we'll think about it.
If I eat it, I'll become very powerful.
What are you?
He gets puffy. I am the devourer of worlds.
Oh.
You can call me Dev. Can I have your heart?
I'll take a rain check.
What is a rain check?
At a later date, maybe.
As this is
I
happening,
eat your...
sorry. As this is happening, Prism looks and is like, Renard's got this handled. Steps down the small flight of stairs down to Celine and Kel on the ground. And you see this looming figure, not easily 9-10 feet tall, kind of get down on a knee and look at you both and extend a hand to help you up to get you seated. Are you two okay?
I think so. This is not Castroval.
Where's my ship?
Not looks up at Renard, then looks back.
You just see them oh, that tickles.
Get out of my shirt. Looks up at Renard and looks back. Not Castroval. I'm sorry. You find yourself in a bit of a strange place. How did you... Listen, it takes a lot to get here. How did you get here?
The sun went red.
Yeah, it exploded. I think.
Dev runs, zooms over to them. That is my star.
Your star?
Come again?
My star exploded. And now I was flung here. That man, and his little fire hands point over to Renard, has promised me his heart.
I said maybe.
I think he needs that. I'm actually almost certain he needs that.
He has not tried living without it.
No, but I don't think he can try living without it. I have seen many creatures, and most cannot live without their hearts. Him, I believe, being one of those.
You have taken hearts.
I have been with creatures when their hearts have stopped.
It will not stop. I will eat it.
That'll stop it.
No.
Okay, yeah, though. How are you saying no to me? How many hearts have you seen?
One.
Okay.
To be clear, wasn't sure what it was, but this is sorry, what was that name again? Devourer of Worlds.
Yes.
Dev for short.
Yes.
So
You're
are you
small for devouring?
I will get bigger and more powerful when I eat his heart.
What if his heart is little and sad?
Neither
I
of
will-
those things are true, so
I mean, they
we're
could be.
fine. Right.
You
Regardless. Prism and I have been alone for, truthfully, I don't know how long anymore. Time seems irrelevant.
Is this like the gap? Is this like a new gap that we're seeing?
Prism looks. What is the gap?
What do you mean, what is the gap? The gap is... Well... And as she's, like, beginning to talk about the gap, you can see her features, which were very distinct, you know, kind of like a aquiline nose, smaller slanted eyes that are very intense. Her features begin to get difficult to decipher. And as you're looking at her, she's getting harder to look at. And she says, the gap, it's missing time. It's time that is missing, but I know it. I wasn't there, but I think I was.
This is not the gap, as you say. This is... Looks at Renard, and looks back down at Kel, like standing up now. Castroval looks at Celine. Are you from the Pact Worlds as well?
Yeah, I am.
Right.
What?
And the sun pulls. You see Prism pull, make a swiping motion, and this, like, out of almost somewhere unseen, this large mirror comes down, and Prism like kind of flashes her hand across it, and you see the Pact Worlds, and she pulls Renard over, and you see the sun, and you see the Pact Worlds, you see Absalom, you see a band of familiar looking faces, Renard, deep in the heart of Absalom Station.
So you're
One
saying
of those
that-
faces looks very similar to this nondescript face.
And
Yeah.
zooming
Unsettling.
out, she pinch zooms out. There's the sun. No, let's zoom in. There's a zoom out. Renard is struggling on this. Not an iPad, baby.
He's not. He's having
I
time.
think it's a setting thing. I think you can change it, actually.
I made this, Renard.
Right.
And zooms out, and the Pact World sun is there and points at Dev. If you say you were born, and you both say that the sun exploded, and looks back at Renard, I feel like we have a case of this is another reality that we're dealing with.
So you're saying there's two Pact Worlds?
There are as many Pact Worlds as there are decisions to be made in...
Is Rono from a Pact World?
Rono is from an adjacent realm, that not the Pact Worlds, I don't think. I think Rono is from Vescarium, to be specific, but...
Okay. It's just... a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Rono?
I feel like it's a lot to get into.
Okay, that's fine. Can we go back now? Like, this is cool.
No.
This is great.
The star is gone.
How is it gone?
Stars just don't disappear.
They don't just go. That's not...
They die.
There was no evidence. There were no signs.
I mean, I had some signs, but
I am the sign. I am the devourer of worlds.
So did you devour our son?
No, I came from it.
Came from it. Like a baby. You're a baby son.
Child, even.
Child. I will be big when I eat this man's heart.
Why specifically his heart?
I like the sound of it.
Okay.
Also, I mean, if I was to devour anyone's heart,
You're saying you would devour
You
your
would
own
eat
heart?
your own heart and not give it to me?
no. I'm saying there's an obvious choice. That's all I'm saying.
I think his heart is shitty and little. So I think it won't make you big. I think it'll make you shitty and little.
Is your heart shitty and little?
No.
No.
It's quick, simple. No. Move
Prism
on.
I can assure you.
taps the mirror. It's fairly large, and it divides into multiples, into like 9 segments, and kind of splays them out in like a semicircle. Kind of, you all are in a semicircle now, looking at these various mirrors, and Prism kind of again makes a gesture. Well, you all right now find yourselves within not a self-made, but a purposely made bubble outside of reality. It's a long story, but my people created this city and this realm that we're in currently. If you want to, you can think about it like the various planes that exist, Elysium, the Hells, similar places. But all of these reflect a different reality, and like you see different suns and different planets, and some of the packed worlds look barren and destroyed. Some of them just seem a little bit odd. Some of them, there's a few screens that are, I'd say, out of the 9 being displayed, probably 3 are just blank mirrors, just reflecting nothingness. And unfortunately, there's no easy way to say this, but I think myself and Renard, mostly my fault, all my fault, kicked off a series of events that we have yet to figure out how to reverse, where realities have been collapsing in on themselves. If you break a window, the cracks shatter and continue outwards until the window breaks. If you think about the mistake that we made as the starting point of the crack, and as it breaks, different universes, different realities are falling victim to these cracks in space and time. There's a lot of things I can't exactly explain right now. I feel like we don't have the time. As she's saying this, you hear another lightning strike in the distance, out near the city, in the distance, the large crystalline structures. At any point during this scene, if someone wants to use an influence point, I think besides, well, I'll say Kel or Celine, if you feel like you want to use your influence point in this moment, you can. There might be something to glean from the crystalline structures and things like that. But Prism continues, but none of them have collapsed with a sun exploding. That doesn't, I can't really make much sense of how that would happen or why.
So you're telling me that my planet, my star, my reality was broken because you two were fucking around with something?
It wasn't fucking around, if that's what you're implying.
It sounds like fucking around.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you, the situation is more serious than that.
Serious than that? I'm being told I might have lost my universe. My friends might be gone.
Everyone is gone. Entire ecosystems, entire you wiped out an existence, and the best you can give me is something happened?
Nobody wiped out any, well, except for maybe this little guy.
He's now sitting on your shoulder with the energy of a kid kicking their feet on the bench.
Possibly. But we didn't wipe out anything. And I think really what stands to reason is if everyone is wiped out, why are you here? The two of you.
And to be honest, even if you were wiped out, reality is complex. The multiverse is equally complex. For every decision that has ever been made that has ever led you to where you just were, there is a branching decision or a parallel that is running at the same time that branches with every other decision that has ever been made. So
you're telling me it's not a big loss because there's another universe?
I didn't say it was not a big loss. I'm saying that if there's a chance we could possibly make reparations to fix the situation, to possibly reverse it, but we haven't had the time to truly investigate what's been going on and how to fix it. For us, it's been, looks down at Renard, a couple of days, couple of weeks.
Make a note.
That we've been here. The situation is bad. For sure.
I'm in exactly the same boat as all of you, except stranger, maybe. Because another version of me is living out my life. And honestly, I was a bit surprised that that's how I would be somewhere else.
You have two hearts.
Technically, I don't think that one belongs to me.
So do we all get the chance to swap places with another person? Exchange
what happens to that
whatever?
person?
Well, if anything, I'm here. And they're there.
I don't want to be here. I want to be
Neither
home.
do I. I assure you. That was never the goal, and I would like to be at home. But there's always a chance that we can fix things.
How are you going to bring back an entire solar system?
Yeah.
It's more
Unless
than
you're a fucking deity. Are you a deity?
looks down at Renard.
Not the little one.
I doubt that one.
Yes, I am. Nodding enthusiastically.
Maybe. You know. There's a whole
And
universe in this little one.
I could be even stronger if you let me eat your heart.
I need it
I'm
right
on his
now.
side at this point.
I would even share my new power with you. That's a generous offer.
Can you bring back a solar system?
Or
I've never
two.
tried.
Well, that's better. I'm already on. Yeah, Dev is leading.
I don't know. Not entirely sold.
Has Renard ever come across anything like that?
I feel like the answer is gonna be no.
Probably.
This fucking little guy.
I gotta try.
That's fair.
You can use your influence.
Ooh.
No.
You came across something like this in a fire, like by a fire pit, except it was a little flower come to life.
Yeah.
Prism,
Had a frog friend and a cow friend.
Prism sits kind of back on the stairs leading up to like this little observation area, research kind of platform. Well, what has not been forgotten isn't exactly lost. You all, for better or worse, act like a fingerprint or a blueprint, a reminder of something that once was. My people looks at Kel and Celine. My people are long dead. Happened while I was unconscious, unaware of time passing. But we built this place. We built the ability to construct and reconstruct. In the city over there is called Incandaria. It's the city of my people. We have an observatory there. It's called the Incandaria Multidimensional Observatory. It's the IMDO. We refer to it as. Within the IMDO is the Arcane Quantificational Reexistence Engine, which we call the ACRE for short. That is another bolt of black lightning that stays affixed in space-time, arcs across and hits the city. Somewhere in that location, in the observatory, is the Reexistence Engine. You all act as a blueprint. These things take an unbelievable amount of energy. It also takes an unbelievable amount of energy to get you here. It explains a lot that your sun exploded, but how your sun exploded is what I'm getting hung up on. Suns and stars don't just explode. You were all on a similar path as Renard's world, and their sun is fine. So it's not quite adding up.
Yeah, I'm concerned about why our sun blew up, why our reality. This doesn't make sense.
Did you touch something that you shouldn't have?
Yeah, the dirt.
I was on the ship. That's it.
Did you touch something you shouldn't have?
I never said that.
No, you didn't.
Listen, I think we maybe got off on the wrong foot. It seems we are in the same circumstances, and you want to go back home, and I would also like to go back home.
I don't have a home to go back to. I'm not displaced. I am orphaned. Everything is gone. It's not going on without me with another guy standing in my shoes. It's gone. It's dust.
I don't think you're hearing, Prism. These devices hold some sort of residual remembrance of where they're from. Because they're here? Yeah?
Yeah, it boils down to something similar to that. It's kind of a complex science. Not particularly my exact field, but I am familiar with. I did assist quite often on the research. I was more of a, you would probably say an explorer, adventurer of sorts for my people, a warrior when time is needed. But all of us are fairly educated and cross-trained on most things of our society. As you're having this discussion, we're ending this scene. If anyone wishes to use their influence point for the location you're in.
I'm not going to use my influence point, but I'm going to, as hard as he is, try to scoop up Dev.
He doesn't burn you.
Okay, you singed my hair.
I chomped on it.
Do you need a heart specifically?
Yours.
Well, yes, but is that inside of you? Is that what you're hearing? Is there like a calling to eat hearts?
There is nothing inside of
Okay.
until I eat your heart.
can we try something that might be a little bit strange?
Will you give me your heart after?
Depends on what happens here.
Okay.
All right. He's gonna pull out a blade.
He doesn't actually react to that very much.
Yeah, I'm sure he's never seen a knife.
I mean, his life started 10 minutes ago.
He's 6 seconds old. And Renard is going to prick himself. And he's gonna see how blood reacts with this little guy.
Yeah, sure. Give the devourer of worlds a blood sacrifice. What could go wrong?
Kind of like how he listened
It's called
to
faith, Kel.
Pretty stupid, if you ask me.
like how he listened to your heart. There are no ears. He is also going to smell the blood. There is no nose.
Yeah. A little droplet of blood falls his way.
Shitty.
Hey. No, maybe he just thinks he wants hearts and he's vegetarian, okay?
Seems not enough.
Okay. Something, though.
Maybe.
Okay.
As this is happening, more cracks echo out around you as the intensity feels like it's picking up, becoming more frequent, and Prism stands back up and has a concerned look that rolls kind of across her face, and she looks at you all. Listen, I am very, very sorry about the predicament you find yourselves in. I don't think all hope is lost, but what I do know is that we may be in grave danger here. If this mass amount of energy has shunted you into this world from a sun exploding before it should have, I can't help but feel like you're not alone. Dark clouds are forming over the city as these lightning bolts become more frequent. In the distance, you all kind of look at the same time and see these figures running. These grotesque human-like figures. Sure, they have 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, but their flesh is torn at various parts. One of the figures looks like their skull is fully exposed with massive spikes coming out of it. Their clothing is in tatters and pieced together and has bizarre bone-like protrusions with skulls mounted on them, darting in all kind of directions. They have this manic look on their faces, and their eyes just kind of never ceasing for a moment as a very wide smile as their tongue laps out across their sharpened teeth and across their lips. They are carrying these bizarre looking, almost like dark, sinewy, muscly, bony weapons with like this strange little red crystal at the end of it. I'm going to put up one of them for those watching our stream. I'll put them up on screen now. Picture Mad Max and the Joker had a body horror baby.
That's
Renard's
my
gonna
favorite
lean
crossover.
in to Celine and Kel and go, I'm looking like a better option now, aren't I?
Unfortunately.
They almost like bloodhounds. They don't miss a beat. Their heads, all of them, there are about half a dozen of them, snap in your direction. They lick their lips and let out this bizarre yelp as they all run towards it. You see one of them, or a few of them, point their weapons with these 6 smiles on their faces. These red lasers, not even laser, almost like plasma waves of this strange warbling energy blast out. And as all of you brace for impact, it hits none of you as you see this strange red barrier has formed around Prism. Prism screams and falls to her knees, almost like she's being pushed towards the ground as this red barrier with this black energy kind of emanating across it is suspending and trapping her within it. What are we doing?
I hate that.
Someone has to save the big fucking lady.
Picking up my son.
What is that?
That you can eat their hearts. Maybe don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Renard is going to... I guess we're not really rolling initiative, but maybe functionally it works the same. Can he warp reality?
Yeah, Renard warps reality. A quantum bubble. Well, you describe it. What happens here for Renard?
God, it's so much sicker than Rona. I think it looks like far more techie for sure. I feel like it kind of looks like, whereas like Rono's feels, Rono's warp reality kind of feels like things are amazing, and he brings all these like little things that he sees in. I feel like Renard is so well traveled that his becomes a little like more synthetic, and it kind of looks like anytime you watch a movie where you enter a video game. And so everything kind of pops up like that, and things start to sort of pixelate, and a few little mounds begin to form. And it becomes difficult terrain for those weird guys.
Hell yeah.
If they enter it. I don't know how close they are.
Yeah, they're fairly close. You see they're rushing in very, again, like wolves on a hunt, essentially, right? Like they have a scent of blood. They've almost fully ignored all of you. I'll say probably one of the more observant would be Celine. You see these, especially like in the tech-oriented kind of manner, you see the weapons that they're wielding are, the energy is drawing through these dark, sinewy, boned devices with a red little glow at the end. But it's flowing through these devices, and you notice it breaks apart and is traveling back towards Incandaria. Like it is drawing something from Prism and sending it somewhere.
Yeah, okay. Hey, those weapons are draining your big lady and sending her energy.
Maya's a very strong word, Celine.
Right. Yeah. Whatever those weapons are, they're taking whatever she's made of, sending it somewhere else.
Got it. He's going to cast Stumble on the guy that's closest.
Yeah, the ground breaks apart, the crystalline structure that makes up the ground. I should say the background we're using here, I did pay for it, but it is by Chupeku, who makes just incredible backgrounds and maps and all that good stuff. But the ground breaks apart, the crystals, and you see this figure. It actually, more than you expected, it shatters, and this figure, like as if they're on some kind of slide, is lost in the ground, and you just hear this like almost like a hyena laughing as they just catapult beyond sight, down further and further, beyond where you can see.
Freak.
I would like to throw a gigantic fireball at them.
That's my son.
What does Dev do to throw a fireball?
He has nothing. It's just a ball of fire. But one of the hyena things disappears, so he thinks, I guess that's what we're doing. And so he just kind of like puffs himself up, and then all of the extra fire from him is all collected into a ball with his little spindly hands, and then he just chucks it. And it has a 5-foot radius burst within 60 feet.
Okay, we'll say 2 of them could be pretty near as this fire explodes across them. And you see them burning, absolutely engulfed in flame, laughing the entire time. 2 of their weapons drop as they're just like falling to their knees as their armor and their flesh isn't already cut open, essentially, is burning with the Devourer of Worlds ability.
Great job.
I could be even stronger.
Yeah, I get that.
Prism is screaming out in pain as some of them still are utilizing some of these weapons. We're very loose, playing fast and loose with this kind of story-focused session here. But anything for Celine or Kel in this moment?
How many creatures are left? Are there still a lot left?
There are half of them are gone, so about three are remaining. And again, not even paying mind, just like drawing this energy directly out of Prism themselves.
Good grief! I have an idea, unless you have one, Ben.
Go for your idea. We're all making ideas
Choices
tonight.
Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't know how this works, but Kel will go down to her knees and again sink her fingers into the earth as much as she can. And then in front of her, as she's sort of like bent down, you see just like a big kind of like the Myconids from Baldur's Gate kind of grow up from below. And she just says, get rid of them. And then it will start fighting them.
Hell yeah.
And I am summoning the fungus to fight for me.
Classic Beth.
Classic me. Summon the fungus.
Bring a fucking mushroom out.
I feel like it crashes into one, like it almost like a wave just like begins pummeling down onto one of them who's just like being crushed underneath the weight and aggression of this fungal monstrosity. What about Celine as all of this is popping off?
She's going to kind of accept the situation now. Like, I don't want to see Prism getting hurt, as much as she's like, this isn't my problem, but unfortunately it is becoming my problem. So you're going to see her shield on her bracer sort of pop up. She dashes into battle and shield bashes one of the guys.
Hell yeah. Charging in and shield bashing. They almost crumble. They seem like they're how do I put this? They're not entirely stable where they are. As you bash it, the final one that's there turns off their device and just begins like laughing and booking it back towards the city, attempting to flee unless we wish to use our influence in this moment.
Yes, Celine's going to try to leap after him. Like, she has a really good jump, so she's going to leap and try to Captain America style, like land on him and just like
Just one jump.
If you're using your influence, we'll use Celine's influence for this session in order to ensure that the final one does not escape. As Prism is coughing up blood on her hands and knees, gasping for breath, she looked fairly pale, that kind of purplish tone to her skin before is now just this like her veins are very obvious, and her skin is almost like translucent in and of itself as she like sits back. Thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't. She looks concerned and looks at you all. The technology shouldn't be here. I don't know how.
What is it?
That's our technology.
You can create horrifying hyena demon creatures.
No, what they used against me was of our creation. Those devices, they've been contorted, but they're indistinguishable. They draw energies. They can be tuned to draw certain energies out of a variety of things, but those felt very specific to me.
Why would they want to draw energy out of you?
Well, my people, there's no, we're I suppose a particular unique species.
Don't you get any ideas?
What are you?
She like puts out her finger, which is like you're on her like fingertip, basically. We're known as the ttrpg. We were builders. We were scientists, researchers, artists. We created. It's a long story, but I thought I was the only one remaining. And this kind of like, again, things are not great right now. And there's this wavering energy that kind of like almost warbles across like getting hit by a wave in the ocean that almost kind of stumbles. You almost get knocked off your feet. But you all kind of like stand there and Prism looks uneasy. Yeah, Def.
Sputters a little.
Lands on Renard's chest. This wave of energy kind of washes over, emanating from the city itself, and Prism looks. The only way they'd be able to hone in on my energy is if they had something to reference. I feel like, looks down at Renard. I thought I was the only one remaining, but I'm beginning to consider that I'm not the last of my people, maybe.
Someone else.
You said there were many worlds. Why aren't there many of you?
We've purposely positioned ourselves where we are so we could assist when we can for the betterment of all. If the wrong hands got the type of things that we develop, have created, then it could be bad for just about everyone. So we took that responsibility and removed ourselves, put ourselves within these worlds.
One of you. Only one of you.
Right now,
Possibly two.
I thought it was just me.
I mean, it seems like if it's two of you, that's bad.
Well, it depends. She like looks hopeful for a second. There's a lot of amazing minds that I thought were lost, and maybe they're not. I mean, I was... Anyway. We should look towards the city. I don't know what's going on here. Only that the unfortunate event that happened to your reality could be that it's related to... Looks at Renard again. Well, the lightning had started before they arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Maybe whatever has been causing that had a cascading effect on the world that Celine and Kel originated from. And that event produced Dev.
There you are.
From my star.
Isn't the world just a bit brighter because Dev is in it?
It could be brighter.
Yes. Well, we should head to the city. And honestly, hearing news that there might be 2 prisms sounds pretty hopeful.
I think there's only one prism, but it could be... Maybe they found someone else, and that's how they're able to do this. Maybe a reverse engineering of... Which in and of itself is impressive.
Which means there's a lot of hope that we can restore your home too.
I mean, if there's more that can work towards this, I mean, maybe we can create a better solution. We can restore more than just my home. Maybe we could reverse what's been happening, reverse the flow of events. There are those among the ttrpg that have tampered with time itself within space. Time and space are intermingled, but they most definitely are 2 separate entities. You can traverse one through the other. As space expands, time progresses. It's all complicated and beyond me.
So let's bring our friends back to tomorrow then.
But if you said they had reference to build these weapons off of something, how do you know somebody wasn't using that to make a weapon against you?
I don't.
Right. Okay. We're just riding on a feeling then. Wonderful.
It's an educated, experienced feeling, yes.
Yeah, well, forgive me for not having too much faith in you.
That's okay. Stay here. I don't want to put anybody in danger, but I'm going to find out what's going on in the heart of the city.
The heart of the city.
Oh, no.
Think we have another volunteer?
I have to protect my heart, so I have to go where it goes.
Oh, okay.
That's rather poetic, Dev.
Is it?
Yes. I will happily take you on as a crew member.
I'm not a crew member.
All right. You could be captain this time.
Okay.
You're just feeding his ego.
Yeah, this isn't good at all.
I don't have very many experiences with children.
Oh, it shows.
I am not a child.
You're
I am the
6 seconds
devourer of
old.
worlds.
Sound like you could use a nap.
I am hungry.
There it is.
It's just like ego spilling out.
Look, if there's a chance we could fix all this, I'm going to take it. So
Another volunteer.
Listen, the planes are funny, and I understand that. I don't blindly believe that this is going to be a good thing, but what fucking choice do I have?
That's that
Sit here in this fucking
attitude.
cotton candy land? this iridescent acid trip,
Mhm.
or I go and try to get billions of lives back.
There's many
Yeah.
more than that if it's realities that are... Anyway.
Yes, I don't have a number bigger than billions. I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking giant ass goddess. Also iridescent.
All right.
Also pretty.
As I might disappear at any given second.
Hey,
Why?
what do you mean?
I'll be back.
Who's coming? Do they have friends? Will we?
I don't think he's
know
gonna.
them?
I don't think Dev is gonna eat your heart just yet. I think he has vested interest.
No, but you're on a mission. I'm also on a mission. So let's complete your mission so I could get back to my mission. That'd be great.
Are we doing the same mission?
Yeah, you're kind of fucking pompous.
So do you?
Not that
like,
anyone's ever called me that before.
so you leave and what?
Are you delegating? Is that what's happening?
I am the
feel
captain.
That's true.
Dev is the captain
Sure.
now.
You're the
That
captain.
Where are
being
we
said-
going?
A captain who doesn't know where we're going.
We're going to the city. And it's just old habits die hard, I suppose.
We're going to the city.
So you're a captain too. Okay, 2 captains.
One captain, Stev.
Right.
Leader.
Where is the city?
Also, what is a city?
This way.
Need a navigator.
This is another opportunity. As you approach the main city of Incandaria, if someone would like to use their influence to go unnoticed, otherwise you may or may not be drawing attention. It seems like they were kind of, for lack of a better term, sniffing out Prism, these feral humanoid monstrosities. We have 3 influence points remaining for our session. If anyone wants to use theirs now, it would be a time to do so.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I have something called Scan Environment, where I can spend 10 minutes and kind of understand like environmental things in this area. I can like figure out what are like dangers, kind of. Would this be something in that realm?
Yeah, I think that's fun. I think if we use your influence point combined with
Sure.
that, we might have some fun information where you do use that ability. What does that ability look like for Kel?
Kel is definitely a little wild around the edges, and has like a very deep connection to nature. And so, especially because it takes 10 minutes, she would probably sit on the ground, maybe even with her feet, like so her knees are bent, with her feet planted in the ground, her hands planted in the ground. And her form would start to look, again, a little weird. It would start to, instead of it looking like the earth is responding to her, it would be her arms are beginning to turn kind of trunk-like, and her feet look like they're growing roots, but the roots aren't brown. They're kind of red and still very skin-like. And she gets extra tendrils that sort of peel off of her skin and touch the ground. And she sits there, and as she's sitting there, kind of like the veil of a mushroom, just pieces of her begin to like connect to the ground for a bit until the 10 minutes is over, and I snap open, and then she reverts back to her very just normal looking human form.
Ev was chomping on one of the tendrils that touched the ground.
Renard is staring intently.
What are you?
I don't remember.
A gap year thing.
Something like that. There's the gap. And there was a family. The family's gone. There have been many families, many days, many years.
Oh, not the family. Okay.
Many. Who's that?
What
Oh,
is
one.
family?
That's
Could be found. Could be had. Just people you really like.
Okay.
You and I could be family if we get to know each other better, you know?
How do you
already
know?
One of those, but
You have a family.
yeah. Kinda, sorta. Found them. And kept them around.
Where did you find them? In the ground. Were
No.
you looking for a family in the ground just now?
me?
Yes.
No, my family is ironically in the ground, but that is not what I was looking for.
He goes back to Renard's shoulder.
Okay.
Well, we will try to get you back to that family. Silly.
Thanks.
I feel like the view that Kel would have had is like, I picture you're seeing like tendrils, like almost like an X-ray of, you know, human anatomy when you see all the veins and like the circulate. Someone save
Body
me.
works.
Yeah.
Circulatory.
Thank you. System. We'll hit that in post.
Just said my voice in.
Again, Justin's like trying to talk, and you just hear Erin's voice.
Add ADR.
But it's of the city itself, and the odd thing is that the crystal of the city isn't inorganic. It seems like a stone, but it's very much like its own unique creation itself, almost like it was once grown somehow, in some fashion. But at the heart of the city, it's let's say bright and vile, like a sickness is now pulling at something that is keeping everything kind of together. And you see like the little heat map of where a lot of these figures are running through the streets, again, on a hunt, it seems. And you're able to, using your influence, kind of help navigate these crystalline streets of these massive structures that surround you, skyscrapers of you're like in downtown New York, but everything is, you know, a 50-meter high crystalline structure, right? As you carefully are making it through, every now and then you kind of stop and you see a pack of these bizarre beasts, humanoid creatures, tearing through the streets until you view what is known as the Incandaria Multidimensional Observatory, the IMDO. It's a massive, towering above everything else, crystalline structure at the heart of this prismatic city. Light reflects and shines in all directions, almost like a crystal may refract light. This tower is refracting reality itself. A massive lens juts out near the top, but the swirling black clouds surround it, cracking down dark lightning in various random directions, blowing out parts of crystal from buildings as they topple down. In the distance, huge structures being destroyed. An ominous wind billows outwards in all directions, steady and unrelenting. You're all kind of within one of these old crystalline structure buildings, looking at the observation or the observatory itself. Prism looks at you. The Acri is in there. That's what keeps all of this going. I do have a plan, but it is dire and untested, of course, but it's, I don't know, this, I'm worried that if this keeps up, they're going to cause this reality to collapse while we're all still here.
Right. That's fabulous. Well, this place is very infected, and sometimes you have to burn out an infection, so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want these guys here.
Burn out.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can help.
I can sort of help.
You could help more.
You could help more.
I could.
You could.
Prism looks at you all. I'm going into the observatory. It seems like, better or worse, looks at Dev, the heart of the matter here. Whatever.
I'm coming.
If you wish, I can't promise I know what dangers await us. These figures have obviously seen my kind or are aware of us before. Sorry, what I meant to say with that influence point earlier, Kel, that slipped my mind until right now, was that some of these crystalline structures are not unfamiliar to some things you would have seen on your Castroval. Every now and then, someone will uncover one of these bizarre crystalline buildings, old ancient ruins that have been built.
Are they also familiar to Renard then?
I feel like not so familiar to Renard.
Okay.
But
Yeah, Renard, get your own thing.
Well, I don't know. Some of us were in ancient ruins and then landed here, you know?
well, to be no, you know what? I take it back because Kandara's. You know what? I fully take it back because Kandara's itself did have a crystalline kind of prismatic element to it, and I'll say that influence point can carry over that knowledge to. Over the weeks that Renard has spent her wait.
We do have something in common.
The storm is getting more intense as Prism kind of wipes blood off of her face and kind of like fixes her posture.
Can I, before she goes in, can I offer her my hand and say, I might not forgive you, but I do believe that you are at least instrumental in possibly getting back my home. Do you need help?
I think maybe you might be best saving that for all of you. I'll be fine.
Okay, instead I'll just do a quick guidance on her.
Okay.
Just as cantrip.
Yeah. Prism looks up and down the street as you're all kind of staring at the observatory. Packs of these, again, kind of Mad Max Joker humanoids, body horror, like the worst zombie horror movie you've ever seen, where they're just like running in random directions full force, like this.
Yeah, just like a bunch of guys that think they're the Joker.
A true nightmare.
A true nightmare for sure. All except Lou Wilson.
He's our final boss.
That's wild.
Because he had to wrap his car anyway.
Yes.
A game changer thing. You've all used your second of 4 influence points at this moment. Prism begins like walking towards as the wind picks up. Dev is having a hard time.
He's holding on to Renard's hair, which doesn't burn this time.
Renard will just like scoop.
Just put him in your collar.
Put him in my helmet.
My chariot.
Prism's hand glows as you see a light beam extending from it, which solidifies into a very crystalline thematic longsword. And on her left hand, a small shield forms in a similar fashion.
That's sick.
How is everyone else? How is everyone else approaching the building?
I'm gonna cast Mystic Armor on myself. Yeah, and a cool like little like fox armor kind of goes over. Kind of like this is my pull. Armor from X-Men has like a red armor suit over that looks like a mech on top of her.
It's Power Rangers coded.
yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's cool and it's a fox. So I'm just gonna keep saying it's cool so that cool. Everyone.
I mean, the Power Rangers is cool.
Power Rangers are cool for sure.
Yeah.
This is the big walk-up scene of the end of the film where...
I was going to say, if we're playing a little fast and loose with the rules, because this one technically only lasts for a minute, but if we're going to be a little bit cooler, then Kel will turn into a rather large deer who's kind of reddish, and then her antlers are gonna like be more like tree branches that are also like red and really angular and pointy, and her mouth opens a little bit, but there's like fangs and they're a little drippy and a little just not quite right.
What are you? I'm in a helmet.
Surrounded by a bunch of weirdos, man.
You know when, hold on. You know when Kirby absorbs Captain Falcon and he gets the little
yeah, he's got the little helmet ears.
It's just like Falcon punch.
Only learned the word helmet a second ago.
Yeah.
Somehow wearing it better than you.
Yeah. Celine's shield is
what
popped
have I
up.
done?
I just don't like you. There's something in me that's like, I don't like this guy. You're
I've
hot, but
never
you're
had
annoying.
that happen in my life. Ever.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, Ben, what were we saying?
Celine has her shield out and she pulls out her plasma sword. And you see a purple sort of beam come out of it as she is ready for whatever happens next.
You walk in and the observatory itself is massive on the inside. There's spiral staircases that go up. Some of it is ruined, but you see shelves and shelves of not books, but these tablet-like structures or objects, I should say. And in the center is this massive device, not very crystalline, very formed out of unknowable metals. It seems like a conglomerate, a combination of multiple different things. It is just emitting energy upwards, but the energy you imagine is not intended to look how it is, which is this deep, dark, familiar red to Kel and Celine, as it's emitting upwards, clouds circling out through the opening in the roof itself. Hordes of these humanoids are within it, but one figure is standing on the kind of raised platform where the, as Prism called it, the Acri is the quantification, the arcane quantification re-existence engine is operating this equally disturbing figure, but more put together, it seems. They are wearing this kind of high collar, but you can see the scarring and stitch work on the back of their head as they turn huge gashes like in their face, possibly self-inflicted, but you see 3 eyes, one embedded unnaturally in their forehead, and 2 gaze upon you with these sickly yellowish tinge to it, much like the almost like mindless drones, let's say, a sick grin across their face, as this one, as opposed to the others, opens their mouth to speak.
I am the eyes of the devourer, and these are my vassals. I speak for my god, the true god of the cosmos, the true god of all that is and all that ever will be. Our god slumbers, biding their time. For when they were banished, they did not disappear, no. When something vanishes, it leaves behind emptiness, not nothingness, something that proves it was once there. And our God speaks to us from the space between all things. They shall return, and they shall have their vengeance against those that ripped them from these realms. You, ttrpg, the betrayers, the cowards hiding behind your creations while the universe drowns in your wake. We only wish to tip the scales, return balance to where it has been lost. We will eat your flesh and consume your soul. This is the first of many steps our deity has laid before us. We are the ones that walk the path of divinity to bring life from nothing.
And as they say this sickly wave of energy emits again, and you all, Dev,
Do somersault in the helmet.
washes out amongst all of you, almost taking you off your feet this time with this wind that is unrelenting. They cast their hand as this true wave of these creatures begins rushing towards all of you. You see Prism give a confident gaze back to you all. I need to get close to that machine. You have 2 influence points. You are being overcome by a horde of these creatures at this point. You see this figure that called themselves the Eyes of the Devourer. They, within the platform, or on the platform, I should say, they appear to have, they're within the field of the re-existence engine itself. It seems like there's some kind of force being emitted there. And I'll put just some examples. Again, it doesn't represent the sheer number of, you're looking at hordes and hordes of these beings. But this is an idea of what's going on here. Again, we're pretty open. We have 2 influence points at right now, but this is kind of a state of things that we are looking at. What are we doing?
I'm a big deer and I'm ready to charge.
I feel as though, given the sheer amount of numbers, looking at everybody else, looking at Dev in his helmet, he doesn't know what Dev means when Dev says, "Can I eat your heart?" But I'm wondering if I can use an influence point to enhance Dev's little body.
You bring out a candy heart. You're like, I know I got one in here.
Well, if
It
you
says
wanna,
you're neat.
if you want to use an influence, I feel like, again, these hordes are washing over, like are charging at you. This is the Straw Hats versus 100,000 is what's going on right now.
But like some of us don't have Conqueror's hockey, so.
But you have quantum field. I feel like this maybe taps into the quantum element of changing reality, like Renard changing the reality of Dev, I guess, or of at least Dev's surroundings.
Yeah, and like if we can flavor it, I do have a spell called Enhance Body.
Oh,
I think you mean enhance body.
Enhance body.
Enhance Body.
Something of yours.
And I think in the way that he's just like a leap of faith kind of guy, he's just gonna grab Dev and like shove him towards his chest and cast Enhance Body.
Incredible.
When the fusion dance?
Incredible.
Hell yeah. That's very fun. What's Dev doing in I suppose in response to this?
He wants to chomp. So if he's being powered up in some way, he needs some sort of something to chomp on. And so that might be a chunk of Renard's armor that he just eats, or he chomps a bit of his hair again.
Dev and Renard are becoming a nine-tailed firefox. That's what's happening.
Or he eats his helmet, maybe. He's chomping something.
Hey.
And if that's possible for him to power up, the action that I used before is supposed to be a once a day thing.
Yeah.
Would this boost me in such a way that I could do it again?
Yeah, I feel like the influence point here for, again, we're playing real fast and loose with this interlude session. I feel like that makes sense to me.
Dev and my helmet, we're going to Kira slide into the horde. I got to prove to Kel that I'm fucking cool.
Kel turned into a crazy beast that is plowing down like hordes of beasts.
Yeah, just putting her head down and just spearing them.
I feel like creating a pathway, possibly.
Yeah, she's trying to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide in my helmet chariot, and I'm gonna get real big and glow like blue because I'm warmer now and more powerful, and lock eyes on the big guy, mostly because Dev's like, "What are you?" But also it sees a giant deer attacking, so points and says, "Let's get him." And I will use get him, and then I will use my plasma attack again.
An explosion of fire. We just see like these bodies going out in all directions, laughing maniacally the entire time. As the main figure is
Me or
just, both.
His little arms.
So cute. It's just like a helmet with just like these springy little arms. even see out of it.
An absolute explosion. What is Celine doing as this is all going down?
Probably having Prism's back. Like she's probably has her back to Prism as the two try to, I guess, push forward. And she's just kind of covering the rear, basically.
Yeah, I dig that. Both sword and shield duo, slashing your way through. The waves are an onslaught. More and more are pushing towards everyone, as it is exhausting trying to cut your way through an ocean of these mindless, seemingly soulless bodies that want only destruction. The eyes of the Devourer points towards Prism.
And this is where it ends.
As a arcane blast of that similar attuned energy hits Prism. Again, almost not as intense this time, but forces her to take a knee. There are most of you are getting overwhelmed, and we have one, I will say, influence point remaining. If there are a couple options here, and I don't want to push a narrative, but it's bad for you as characters.
Thanks.
It's bad. Where the influence point that remains could be used to offset what's happening to the players versus offsetting what's happening to Prism or offsetting what's happening from the Acri, the re-existence engine. But it is swarming all around you as Prism is like holding up their shield, trying to fight off this immense amount of energy as Kel is like rushing through and like throwing these bodies. More and more of them are piling on. Dev has exploded, and while most of them are on fire, from the corpses picking their way through the burning bodies are rushing back towards Renard and Dev, as Celine, I feel like, is taking up the as people are approaching from behind Prism, trying to swarm. Prism is blocking this energy, but Celine is slashing down those running up towards the other direction. How do we think we want to use our final influence point in this situation? And it is Dev's influence point, but
I was going to ask whose it was.
Yeah,
it could be a group effort, but I'll leave that up to you all.
I do have a thought if Erin doesn't.
Dev doesn't know what this device is that everyone seems to need to look at / interact with. He doesn't like the guy, this hyena guy, because he's like, "You're not my eyes. I'm the devourer of worlds."
Right.
And doesn't really like what's happening to Prism, because everyone got kind of sad earlier when family and loneliness was mentioned. And so he's like, that seems bad. Also, I need my heart to survive. So...
Well, and on that, I feel like Kel would reach out, because she has a spell called Soul Surge.
Oh.
And she would say, Dev, I have a heart for you. Come get it.
Okay.
And then she would let Dev have her heart. And then explode in this soul surge. That deals huge
what is the outcome? Like, what is
spirit damage?
The result of using this that we're trying to achieve?
That's up to Erin. I just want to die heroically.
I want to take out the guy that's lasering Prism, the guy who thinks that he's my eyes.
Oh my god.
Fucking guy.
This dude.
So the choice is, I will make this kind of clear again. It is deal with the engine, deal with Prism's predicament or save yourselves in this moment?
Oh, I'm just a little star. Nothing's ever going to happen to me. I'm going to help Prism.
The explosion, the soul explosion, kind of lessens the amount of bodies running towards Prism, freeing her up to make a charge. Prism looks back towards you, Renard, as things start to get like slow. It seems like time itself slows down a bit, and you just hear Prism, their harrowed gaze kind of falls upon you as you just hear from all over, but from within your mind, I've got a plan, Renard. It won't be pretty, but I think I've regained enough of my energy just now. Thanks to you all, I'm going to put you in a similar bubble as to the time that we unfortunately escaped from your world. But at least you'll all be safe in this moment. All is not lost, for we have learned something powerful today. If one of my kind lives, if the Devourer has clawing their way back into reality from the space between worlds, then there's a chance more of my kind have survived the war as well. I suspended myself on purpose as a means to recover, and it was just by chance that someone discovered me. There could be others. Prism makes a slow gesture as a reality mirror pulls itself out of the floor underneath you, Renard. This magic and technology formed from the structure of the city itself, and her final words echo out into your mind. That's just not foreseen, after all. As Prism gives you a warm, caring smile and a wink, as time begins to kind of speed up again, Prism unleashes this in kind of almost like a result of Kel's ability. Prism unleashes a wave of glowing energy that erupts with this explosion of force, and you see all of these bodies being almost suspended in time as they're being thrown backwards as she rushes the arcane quantificational re-existence engine. The scene plays out as the children of the Devourer fly back in Prism's unrelenting force. Her longsword in hand, she shunts it through the engine itself as you all have this glimmer of something around you, a blurring reality, blurring the images that you're trying to see. And then there's nothing. Not emptiness, but nothingness. Not the empty space when something has vanished, but the lack of anything at all. And in a rush of blinding light and force, you're all jolted at the speed of light forward. Galaxies, nebulas, stars, planets rushing by as you feel like you're falling through space itself. You're moving at an unbelievable velocity until you're not moving. And then one by one, you all open your eyes and you rest within a massive crater formed perfectly around you all. There's rugged, sparse, rocky terrain in all directions as you climb out of the crater. This deep greenish gray stone forming hills and mountains. Odd, strange, grayish green trees kind of growing out of the cracks between the rocks. The sun is there, hanging low on the horizon, not yellow, orange, not red, but a whitish green setting in the distance. A glow seems like it's coming from the same direction, but from a city, it looks like. small ship flies overhead as you all catch it heading towards the city. It pays no mind to you. And a small little figure is kind of like waddling up towards you all. Multiple arms, yellowish kind of greenish fur, big dark eyes, and they smile at you. Hey, hi friends. You all look like you could use some help.
Renard, I think, still laying on his back, just goes like, are you kidding?
That's
Know
where we'll
these
end the session. We're out of the reality bubble and somewhere else.
Into the frying pan.
Oh, no.
Did Kel make it with the rest of the crew? You said you wanted to. Beth desperate to sacrifice her character.
Beth always wants to die.
Listen,
Fucking die.
I also do think it is fundamental to Kivari and Kel. They have that deep-seated desire in them.
Mhm.
And because her family's gone, she would happily have sacrificed herself.
I'm also just going to point out the other prelude story. You also tried to sacrifice yourself.
Yes,
Again.
I
Yeah.
love dying. Let me die heroically. No, I
Ben's
was.
the opposite. Ben's like, I'm
Oh, yeah,
living.
Nettles did. She was like, I'm putting her with a bomb. I love her.
I miss her.
But yeah, who knows?
Somebody's got to die.
Yeah. R.I.P. Kel. The rest of you kind of standing on this bizarre planet. Who knows kind of what world you found yourselves in. Plenty more hearts out there for
So many hearts. Oh.
He wants one heart, one in particular.
Yeah, it's super fun. But a little interlude story. I'm not sure if that went a direction anybody was maybe expecting this interlude to go.
Didn't know I was losing the friend I just made.
Unfortunate.
Listen, Renard was like, I'm having such a good time. And then he was like, I'm going to be shunted to universe by myself.
By yourself.
Oh, thanks, Seal.
We're all here. We're good.
This was, like I said, an interlude of our Starfinder 2nd edition series, which is the Vast Arc 3. We're kind of waiting for schedules to align. We have some preludes that follow like a similar vibe. We're pretty rules light. We're just kind of going through the story and making big decisions when big decisions need to happen. But friends, in probably the reverse order that we did earlier, where can people find you or anything else you want to say, starting with Erin?
Oh, geez. I don't know that people can find me anywhere. I'm just here playing either a 9-foot tall guy or a 6-inch tall guy. That's it.
It's a duality.
The duality.
You know, same.
Well, speaking of, I was going in the wrong order. Beth.
It's me. You can find me in the Vast and in, Nostromo's over, but you can find me with my crab god best friend.
Yep.
If you are a supporter.
That's true.
And also on Blue Sky or Instagram, making art sometimes.
Hell yeah. Making, none of it's on screen. Normally for our series, making the art. We just wrapped up Nostromo, which some people that are here, like Patrick, the main, that's our supporter-only Mothership RPG series that we have, which also was super fun. How about Grayson?
Hi. I'm also. I think Renard wishes he was a 6-foot tall guy. But no, I'm also nowhere. I am napping. That's what I'm doing. Don't find me. Don't look for me. But if you do, it's probably here. And I'm playing a weird little guy who just met another weird little guy, and I like him so much.
Ben.
Hey, I'm Ben. You I guess I'm the only one you can find on twitch.tv/BenB with 4 Ys. I just started playing Final Fantasy 14, so we're starting that journey. And yeah, that's it. I don't play weird little guys. I just play sad people sometimes.
You could play a weird little guy.
You could play a sad, weird little guy.
You could.
No, that's too much. That's too much. I got to do one or the other for
A
now.
sad Muppet.
I might make a little fox puppet and be all sad.
Mm-hmm. Those foxes.
That's just taking over Grayson's entire vibe.
Could be
Sad
a
little guys
deer for
and
Kel.
puppets?
Yeah.
That's Grayson's brand.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll come up
feel
with my
like-
own brand.
I feel like foxes are Erin's brand. I'll take
They
Muppet.
I'll come up with a robot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Check out everything
A Power
else.
Ranger.
I be sure to follow BenB. I put a little shout out on our thing in our chat. Check out everything else we have going with our podcast. We wrapped up Silvistead, which was run by Patrick, our Dire Odyssey D&D series. We've got our 2nd edition Starfinder series, The Vast, of course. We're going to be coming back to some Pirate Borg this summer, some chaotic Pirate Borg. 3 Pirate Borg games, competitive Pirate Borg. We're doing it. It's gonna be wild.
I have concerns.
I'm well into the prep for organizing that. It's gonna be good. And if you are not a bot, you can pop by discord.nofame.ca, or you can check out, we've got merch, baby, merch.nofame.ca. Maybe more merch on the horizon. Who knows? Yeah.
Somebody can get their shit together.
We've got a session 0 next week for Tall Tower version 2. We're back, baby. And The Vast next Friday for our normal scheduled programming of The Vast. We're back in the Spike. We're back to our usual story. Renard might be still there, of the cast and crew that we just met.
I was like, I'm still with Prism? What
No. Sorry, I meant when we get back to our normal The Vast story.
yeah.
But yeah, hey, friends, I'm sorry I get in GM brain. I can't keep up with chat sometimes, but thanks for hanging out in chat. We appreciate all of our friends and all the silliness that goes on in chat. But other than that, we'll see you next week.
Paul Power.
Paul Power. We'll see you next week for Paul Power.
No.
The brain cell just.
Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
See you soon.
Good night.
Travelers.
Bye.
Sacrifice yourself.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to our Starfinder 2nd edition series, The
Listen,
Vast.
he's gonna switch
This episode
places
featured
with Bruno and he'll be like,
Big as
I'm hot
Skrank.
right now.
As TJ.
Beth as Kivari.
They'll be like, what?
Grayson
Like, I
as
gave my
Bruno.
hot too.
And Justin,
weird
that's
little
me,
fuck.
as
A
your
weird little
space
guy.
gamekeeper.
If you'd like to support the show,
Said you
you can
did
do
it.
so
In
for free
judgment
by
as
listening
well. Yeah,
to
that's
and
wonderful.
reviewing our podcast on your
Bruno
favorite
swaps
podcast app,
and
or by
Renard's
following
corpse.
@nofame on Blue Sky, TikTok, or YouTube.
If you
Well,
wish, you can
that's
support us through Twitch, Ko-fi,
Well,
or Patreon.
Speaking of
It's never
Bernie's,
required,
that's our
but always
excuse.
appreciated. Supporters gain access to our supporter section of the Discord with exclusive shows, post-credit shoutouts, and other fun perks like gaming servers. Cool!
Check out discord.nofame.ca and join our cozy, chill Discord full of cool nerds who talk about nerd things. That's discord.nofame.ca. We've also got merch. Support the show and wear cool stuff. Check it out at merch.nofame.ca.
Thanks again for listening to the No Fame podcast. Be sure to check out our other shows, our social links, our support pages, or anything else at nofame.ca.
Bye. Goodbye.
So long,
Hey, see you soon,
Farewell.
travelers.
travelers.
The time has come to shout out the people that keep the No Fame lights glowing. We've got Rooney Runes, #awooify your life, and Retson, it's embarrassing, but I have nunchucks. If you support the show across any platform, head on over to our Discord supporter channels where you can find the shoutout form. That's discord.nofame.ca, a cool, very chill, cozy place for us nerds to talk about nerd things, share memes, drop your daily Wordle score, talk about games, and all sorts of other things. You can support the show mainly on our Ko-fi, but
If you'd rather support on Twitch or Patreon, that would mean the world to us. You can find all of those links at nofame.ca. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you later on.